family, this is everything that I'm going to be using. I have 2 different packs of chicken. One are thighs and the other one is the chicken, the center breast, I believe. Yes, center breast. Then behind that, to your left, you can see I have the buttermilk. I'm using a buttermilk light. Not because I intended to, I just didn't realize it was light. I just grabbed it, but it's okay. It'll still work. So I'm using that. I have my seasonings, and I always say if you're new to my channel, you know, season your food to your health first and then to your taste. So I have some onion powder. It's some, you know, again, I always say it's background noise. I can't do anything about that. But we have the Tony's Creoles. I have some complete seasoning, turmeric. I have hot sauce that's going to go in there. A little cayenne pepper. I have the pink Himalayan salt, which actually I'm going to take that out because the Tony Creoles has some salt in it. I also have garlic powder in the back and black pepper, and then I'm going to be using all-purpose flour, and then the grease that I'm going to be using, I don't have an encounter, but I'm going to be using some regular vegetable oil. Okay, so right now I'm going to go ahead and get this chicken washed, and then we'll you know, get to seasoning. Alright y'all, so my chicken is nice and clean, as you can see. So normally I would remove the skin off my chicken, but hey, I feel like I'm cheating anyway by having fried chicken and then soaked in buttermilk. So if I'm gonna be bad, I might as well be all the way bad. So I decided to leave the skin on. So now I'm gonna go ahead and start adding all my spices. Paprika, I may decide to add some music onto this part. I'll see. Turmeric, and I don't do measurements. I just season till the gods say stop. Okay, add some complete. I actually need to get another bottle of this out of the cupboard. But then I'm going to go in with the Tony Creoles. The onion powder. And I know some of you're probably saying, wow, that's a lot of seasoning. I'm not going to add this because, as I said, the Creoles has salt in it. And so basically everything else that I'm adding to it are spices. Okay, so, and yeah, season your food really well. Add a lot of spices. Well, I like to add a lot of spices to mine. Let me not tell y'all, you know, how to season your food. Add a little cayenne pepper because I'm also adding hot sauce to this as well. I feel like, damn, I'll be right back. Let me go get another jar of complete seasoning. Whew. All right, fam, you're still there? So I went and got another thing of complete seasoning. Oh, I was checking to make sure it was recording. So now I'm going to add that along with the rest of the seasoning. So now I'm just going to get in and mix everything up. And some of you don't, again, I say this, if you don't like touching or the feel of raw chicken, maybe try gloves or maybe some, you know, some tongs. So for me, I love it. So I'm just going to mix this up really well. Get that going. Okay, smells so good. That smells so good. Now I'm gonna go ahead too and add some hot sauce. You can add any type of hot sauce you want. So I'm just gonna give it a couple of shakes. Oops. Okay, that's good enough for me. and mix that. And so now the baby of the show, I'm gonna go ahead in now with my buttermilk, and this is the let me give you a look. This is the buttermilk that I'm using. It doesn't necessarily have to be light. Like I said, I just grabbed buttermilk and I didn't realize it was light until I got home. So now I'm gonna add this buttermilk into the bowl, and I'm gonna I'm just gonna use this entire container to make sure my chicken is completely covered. And then I'm just going to go ahead and mix that around. Woo, this feels so good. Oh my goodness, this feels so good on my hands. Ah! Yep, and you see how the seasoning is blending in with the buttermilk? So now my chicken is completely submerged in the buttermilk. I'm going to cover this with some saran wrap, and I'm going to allow this to marinate for about, right now it's currently 9 o'clock in the morning. I'm going to let it marinate till about 1 o'clock, okay? Then at that point we'll come back and, we'll get to frying this, okay? So I'll see y'all soon. Alright family, so I'm back. It's been about 3 hours, and this is what our chicken looks like in the buttermilk. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to, because it's been sitting in the refrigerator for a few hours, I'm going to take the buttermilk out of here and just let it rest in its pan for a little while, and then allow the chill, to come off, to basically let it sit, at room temperature. And then we'll, get started with making our flour mixture. So just using my tongs, I'm just going to go ahead and then I'm going to allow, the excess milk to drip off. And then just, like I said, sit it here let it rest here. So our chicken looks like this. So now the next thing I'm going to do is I had mentioned earlier that I was going to use vegetable oil, but I'm going to use canola oil instead. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get my pan started here on the stove so our grease can be nice and hot. Turn this on. And I put it on medium heat. Okay, so now, as I said, I'm just going to allow that to get hot. So while that's heating up, we're going to move on. So now I have my bowl here. So to this bowl, I'm going to add 2 cups of this all-purpose flour. And 2. Okay, now I'm going to also, let me turn this to the side. So now to this I'm going to also add about a quarter cup of this cornstarch. And cornstarch, what it does, it helps to add an extra layer of crispiness to your chicken. So I'm going to add about a quarter cup of this to the flour mixture, okay? So now I'm just going to go ahead with a fork and just mix this. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to season my flour. Alright family, so now our next step is I'm going to go ahead and take my chicken and now mix it into my flour batter, and I'm going to sit here and let it rest, while I do get every chicken coated, and then by that time our oil should be nice and hot. Okay family, so our grease is nice and hot. I can actually hear it popping, and so now I'm going to go ahead in and add our chicken. Yeah, so always say when that grease is cussing, you know it's ready. Make some space, and I'm going to add my last piece. Okay. So that's how it looks. Okay, so I'm going to pop back in. I'm going to let this fry on this side for about let's say about 7 minutes. And then I'll pop back in when we're ready to flip it over. Alright family, so I let them actually cook for like 9 minutes. So now I'm going to go ahead in and turn them over. And now see that nice and golden brown crispy chicken. That's how our chicken is looking so far. So now I'm going to allow them to cook for about another 7 minutes on this side. And then we'll come back and get ready to take them out. Alright family, so our chicken is done, so I'm going to go ahead and remove it, and then off right here I have another rack that I'm going to actually place the chicken on to allow the grease to drain, as opposed to sitting it directly on the paper towel. Let's see that. Nice and juicy. Okay, so do y'all see this? Nice, juicy, crispy. Yes. So I'm going to allow this to cool off, and then I'm going to transfer it to a dish, and then we just wrap up this video. But y'all, look at this juicy, juicy fried chicken. A little crispy skin right there. You see that? You hear the crunch? So I'll pop back in when I transfer this to the dish. Alright family, so that concludes our video of my buttermilk fried chicken. Nice, juicy, crispy, golden brown. Look at that, y'all. Look at that chicken. And so let me break into a piece for you on camera. Alright y'all, so here it is again. Nice close-up of our buttermilk chicken. And I'm gonna try to break a piece for you. It may still be hot. Well, not maybe, I know it's still hot. Let me get a plate. Ooh, yeah, it's hot, it's hot, it's hot. But that's it right there. You hear the crunch? Ooh. Oh, it's hot. Hot, so good. The skin is nice and crispy. It's seasoned just perfectly. Nice and juicy. I'm gonna have to get a knife. Okay. Let me just pan down here, y'all. Okay, some chicken right here. Trying to get the right angle. There we go. Okay. Just cutting into the bone. Okay, so there it is. Okay, nice and juicy. Woo! Hot, hot. Wow. Alright family, so I truly hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure you give it a thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel, share, like, and comment below, and I will see y'all in the next video. Love you. Be safe. Bye.